So sorry for the inconvenience. So we are again starting about the two-way switches. So we have seen it, the upper stairs and lower stairs, how can we can operate a single bulb with the two switches. So this is the circuit. There's a main supply here, and the circuit. This is the switch, two-way switch. So if the two switches is up like this. If two switches is up or two switches is down, so similarly, two switches is up or two switches down, the bulb will be on, or the if the up and down is goes the individually up and down, then it will not the full it will not the bulb will not the glow, and the switch would be not the switch would not permit the bulb glowing. So these are the things these are the things that the two-way switch works. So whenever the switches is up, the two switches is up, so the circuit is fulfilled like this. The circuit is fulfilled like this, and the bulb will be glow. And the switch, if the one switch is up and one switch is down, so it would not glow. It would not glow. Like this, the circuit is cut down. Anyway, in this way we can operate the single bulb with the two switches. Now in here the safety measures, so what happen if anybody get shocked by the main electricity? So immediately you need to switch off the socket and pull out the plug. Pull out the plug and switch out the switch off the socket. There is a switch and the switch, and it would be better. Another point you can add, that you can off the circuit breaker or the main connection. You can off the circuit breaker and of the main connection. Now, and another safety measures you can take while using the drill machine, while using the lawn movers, all the drill machines from your plug points. They are in the upgraded country, they use a RCCB, the residual current circuit breaker. The residual current circuit breaker. What does it mean, the residual current circuit breaker? The residual current circuit breaker's main works is to compare the current each and every time, is to compare the current. This is the compare the current. You can underline it. Maybe you are observing. Compare the currents, the live and the neutral wire current. They can compare with these in these units. These units that the drill machine may be plugged from here, and these the RCCB in the plug point, and these RCCB have also a plug point to have that electricity for the drill machines or the lawnmower, and it compares the live and neutral wires currents, that whenever they fluctuated and give the deflections or the not the easy ratios, it automatically breaks off. And switch off like this, breaks off or switch off, and any harm can be done. So the RCCB, what does it do? It compares the current of live and neutral wires from the mains. That is the thing. Now in this way the RCCB can give us the safety from doing any hazard of fluctuating the current. And now we will discuss about the AC or DC. This is the easier thing, that you are observing that this is the grid lines here. This is the grid lines. The dotted line is the zero line in the x-axis. You can x-axis, and this should be the y-axis. You know the graphs like this. This is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. So in the x-axis is the time and the y-axis is the voltage. So what does it think? This is the graph of a voltage and time, VT graph of the electricity. So what does it show here? So this is a picture of the oscilloscope. You will learn it the next classes, the 9, 10 or the O level books. So the oscilloscope shows this thing. The what is the voltage according to the time, the voltage rises up and go a steady line, the straight line, the steady speed, a straight line like this. So DC current have the straight line, but the fluctuation is given for the alternate current. What is happened, the from the start from the zero and going up and the going down, this is the zero line, first is go up and then is go down, then I go up and go down. These are called the forward and backward, or this is called the crest and tau and crest, and like this. So this is the up and down, or the backward and forward movement. This is the peak reverse voltage and peak forward voltage. So according to the time, the current is going up and down. So up and down or going forward and backward, this is called the AC current. So the AC current in here, AC current, you are observing that AC current with the comparison with the DC current. DC current voltage is steady and always the same in the direction, in the same direction, same steady and the same direction. But voltage, AC voltage is the peak and falls zero. This is the thing, and then again go to the down or the reverse way. These are the things. Then these are, it's a complete cycle like this. This is a cycle. This cycle it gives us the in the UK, this is a 50 cycle current. What does it mean, that 50 cycles? That means 50 up and 50 down like this. 50 up and 50 down. This means that there are the 50 complete backward. This is the thing. The 50 hertz. What does mean the 50 hertz? 50 hertz means that the 50 complete backward and forward cycle in every second. In every second. What does it mean? This is a one cycle. These like this 50 cycle. This is a two cycle 2. So these kinds of cycle 1, 2, 3, 4, and 50 cycles in 1 second. That means 50 consists of one up and one down, one backward and forward. These are all about in the USA. This is a 60 cycle. This means the 60 complete cycles in one second. In 1 second, in 1 second or every second. Now the main voltage and currents. So whenever we were giving the sense that the in Europe the main voltage is 230, that means that it is a puzzling, because whenever AC with the AC the voltage is rising and falling all the time. However, the 230 volt is a special type of average. This is the thing. Though the current is going up and down, but whenever you calculate the volt, this is would be the average volt. We learnt it the next higher classes in the 9 or 10 or O levels, and it is equal to the DC voltage, which would produce the same heating effect in, for example, ketting like this. So 230 volt, either it comes from the AC or DC, it would be give the same effect. So we just convert the current in the volt. We learnt it in the next spread. Now we'll go for the answering sessions. What is the, in a house, why the bulbs and the other mains appliances connected in parallel? Because it can be switched on individually. What would you find in a consumer unit? So we have learned the consumer unit consists of the fuses and circuit breakers. So we will found the fuses or circuit breakers in the consumer unit. What does a circuit breaker do? A circuit breaker just cut off the connection when the electricity is too much high, and it can be start with the switch on and the circuit breaker switch on. What advantages does a circuit breaker over a fuse? The basic advantage, the circuit breaker need not to replace, but the fuse need to replace, and it can be switched on and off after the fluctuation of the current. Now the number 4, this is a circuit drawing. You can easily draw the circuit like this. You can add this, and you can add this way, and you can add this way. So you can write it, you can copy it in your copy, but I am just for rapid for the fastness. I'm just drawing it in the book. So it would be like this and it would be like this. So look, whenever you just switch on like this, you'll just put it here. It will put it here like this. So can you say what is the neutral or phase line, neutral or the live line? This is the live line, it is the neutral line. So the switch can be go up or down. You can use, it's a two-way switch like this. Now number 5, what is the difference between the AC and DC? The AC, the basic difference is the AC is the direct current and it is voltage is TD and always in the same direction. It moves in the same direction. This is the thing answer. And that what is the AC? AC voltage, it have the backward and forward motions. It goes the upward and downward, and it makes the cycles in a seconds, and it moves it pathway in the reverse direction. Firstly the peak forward voltage and then the peak reverse voltage. You can make this answer in this way, or you can go to find your answer in the last part of your book, but it should be answered like this. So it will go up and go down, go up and go down, and this is called the forward voltage and the backward voltage. Forward movement and backward movement, this is the complete cycle, is a backward and forward motions like this. Every second it change it pathway. What does it mean? And now in an UK it a 50 cycle, what does it mean? In a 50 hertz means each and every second it gives 50 complete oscillation. One complete oscillation have one backward and one forward, one up and one down motions of the voltage. If an accident occurs, sometimes some electroducted, what should you do before giving any assistance? Whenever any accident occurs, we just need to switch off, go to the back page, switch off the socket and pull out the plug, and you can also circuit off, circuit breaker off or the main switch off, so like this. So what is the thing, the XYZ, which supply has the highest peak? So this is the labels, that the cross here, this is the labels, you can underline here, this is the labels, the highest level here. So this would be the Y. Why? Because the oscillation, these are called the oscillations, the movement, the upper movement and the lower movement, and the which supply has the highest frequency, because this is the highest frequency, because the so if you take the 1 and 2 and 3 4 5, so and 1 2 3 4 5 6, so look, these oscilloscope and these oscilloscope, there are the lot of frequency here, so that's why this would be the Z answers. So these are the things, so that more about the electricity. So maybe you would be helpful with these chapters, and go ahead for the next episode. So these are the thing. So next day we'll discuss another videos or another clips. So until then, take your preparation, and if you just if you can solve this and rewrite these things, just inbox me or give it to the messenger. I'll check it down. Thank you. That's all for today.